What up, everybody? If you can hear me, give me a thumbs up in the chat. Let me know. Big Warriors dub beating the Dallas Mavericks Sunday night, Sunday afternoon basketball. Andre Iguodala jersey retirement ceremony. Let go. Big win. Warriors win 3 games in a row for the first time since November. Yes, since November, folks. Let me know if you can hear me. Put in the chat. And we have breaking news. We got breaking news, folks. Warriors are signing a two-way player. Yes, a two-way player, meaning we now have 3 slots filled on the two-way player spot. I'm just making sure we have it all scheduled. Folks, Warriors just won. We all know that. We're going to talk about the game, but we're going to break down the breaking news right now for you folks. If you haven't seen it, breaking news. You see this name right here? Taran Armstrong, you may not recognize the name, is signed as a two-way player to the Warriors. Knox and Collins are on 10-day contracts. Taran Armstrong signed before the game started. We're going to break down the game here in Warriors Digest. We're close to 10,000 subscribers. Please, please, please subscribe. Help us hit 5 digits. It would mean a lot. 5 digits is better than 4 digits. And we break down news like this always. So who is Taran Armstrong? We'll get to the game recap in a moment, but the Warriors just signed this as a two-way player. So who is he? Per Shams, Australia's Taran Armstrong. 6'6" point guard, has been a standout in the Australian National Basketball League and now enters the NBA. NBL. So what does this mean, folks? What does this mean? It's not another center. It's not a big. It's a point guard. And what does this mean as well for Yuri Collins, who's also a point guard that's 6 foot? Probably will go back to the G League, or when this 10-day contract is up, he's gone. Because why are you going to have a 6 foot point guard and a 6'6" point guard? He's averaging 17 points, 4 rebounds, and let's call it 5 assists in Australia. Very solid numbers. Very solid numbers. At Cal Baptist, he was the first player in school history to be named the WAC Freshman of the Year and broke the single game assist record, 15 dimes against North Dakota in 2021. 23-year-old, a nice project. But also, Pat Spenser is a point guard. So does it make sense why we have another point guard? I don't know. Interesting. It's an interesting sign for a two-way player. I'm sure we'll get more after the game, which it's over. So we'll hear more about it. But today, these players right here, balled out. 126, 102. Warriors win at home. We are rolling. 3 games in a row we've won. First time since November. We've won 5 of the last 6. Jimmy Butler has changed this team. The closest this game was in the first quarter. Stop. They won't even let me do it. We'll just say it was a tie game. And the first, Warriors up 17. Warriors up 14.5. And normally this is where you go boop, 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 boop with the Warriors. And the other teams come back. Oops, I'm sorry. Let me get the light on me. My bad, folks. There we go. Now you can see me better. And what happened here? Up 23. And normally, again, teams bring it together in the third and the fourth. This new look Warriors, Jimmy Butler, Brandin Podziemski's finally making his shots. Quinten Post off the bench. It is golden in Golden State right now. In Gamer F2P, I put out a video. I was not a fan of Jimmy Butler coming here, the cancer to the team. He's proven us wrong. Now, every team he goes to, they always get a bump like this. You see on this chart, that happens. The end of the time with his team is never good. But right now, we're in the honeymoon phase. Box score, folks. Hey, Henry, keep him in Knox, but also can you have two-way players keeping 15 open for a buyout? So let me just answer that question for you. So for the two-way players, you can have 3 of these. And then obviously you have 1 more. So we have to fill this out. I think they will keep Knox and make it he's a good back of the bench player, make him a full-time player. Collins goes back to G League or he's let go. So you'll have to sign 2 players on the buyout market. Eventually, they have to fill this. I think they have to fill it in the next 2 weeks. So this will be filled and they'll have up to 15. Hopefully that answers your question. If not, put in the chat. Folks, we got to look at this really quickly. The starters balled. Steph Curry with the night-night in the third quarter. Night-night, third quarter. Night-night, third quarter. You kidding me? They feeling themselves. SC30 goes for 30. Not his best three-point shooting night, but he made back-to-back threes in the third that was back breakers. And folks, look at the free throws. Out of nowhere, once Jimmy Butler joins the team, we actually can make free throws now. Are you kidding me? We actually can make free throws now. 8 of 8, Butler, 3 of 4, Draymond Green. We were shooting 70% as a team for the whole season. Now we're at 87% this game. Impressive. Draymond Green, a great stat line for him. Usually he's like an 8-8-8, 13, 6, and 4. Butler, 18 points, a very solid, plays his pace. We talked about Curry. Moses Moody, starting lineup with Podziemski. And Kerr said once Kuminga comes back, which they think may be the next 7 days, he's going to keep this starting lineup because it's rolling. 14 points, not a lot in the system rebounds. But Podziemski, your point guard, 13 rebounds, 10 defensively, getting back on defense. He's balling since he came back. He was looking terrible to start the season. Halfway through the season, literally couldn't brick a shot into the ocean if he was on a boat. It'd be the Dead Sea for him. It'd be the Dry Sea. It'd be like, what's that movie? Holes. No water. Well, he's wet now. He's wet now. He's looking good and efficient. 3 of 5, 7 of 15. You have to give credit to Looney off the bench, doing his thing still. Quinten Post, 3 of 9 from the field. Like him getting his shots up. 2 of 6 from 3. Not the most efficient, but he makes some timely threes. When he makes shots, he goes wild. The whole team gets into it. In the back of the bench, got some playing time. Trayce Jackson-Davis, only player did not get in. So it's a good team win against the Mavericks. But yes, the Mavericks are missing AD, Lively. They don't have their full centers. But what happened, folks? We lost to the Mavericks in Dallas before the All-Star break. This was a game we needed to have to prove we can win, a team next to us in the standings. And guess what? We got it. Held Irving to 17 points. Fine. Thompson, a couple threes, 11 points. Fine. Washington, 17 points. Fine. Good team win. And you know what? The stats don't lie. Again, comment your thoughts in the chat. Please subscribe to Warriors Digest. When you make 9 more shots than the other team, you're going to win games like this. Yes, they made 1 more 3, but look at that. We had 7 more shots from the free throw line that we made. We made another 20 points off of turnovers. That second quarter, they had like 2 or 3 turnovers in a row. Layup, 3. 20 more points off of turnovers. They had 18 turnovers. We scored 30 points off of it. We only had 10 turnovers, gave up 10. This is the winning ball. Good defense. Don't turn the ball over. Efficient offense. When you look at the number of assists, 30 assists on 47 shots. What is that average? I wish I could do basic math in my head. 47 divided by 30. Nope, I did the wrong way. 30 divided by 47. 64% of the shots made were off assist. Very strong play by the Warriors. You have to give them credit here. Give them credit. They're playing really good. When you look at the standings now, we're moving up the standings, folks. This was a game we needed to have. We beat the Kings 2 nights ago, right by us in the standings. Now you beat the Mavericks. I don't think this is updated. I don't know if this is updated. 1 second. 30-27. Okay, I guess it is. Whatever. Now we're a game and a half behind the Mavericks. We're a half game behind the Mavericks, a game behind the Timberwolves, and 2 games behind the Clippers. Folks, 6th seed is there for us. Mavericks are trending down. Timberwolves are just treading right here. Clippers overachieving. We're 6-4 the last 10, won 3 in a row. This is for us to get. Wish Wemby all the best. Hopefully he gets healthy. Spurs out. So basically now you have 11 teams competing for 10 spots. Suns with KD and Booker, obviously a threat. Kings right there. Warriors need to keep winning, and we have a winnable schedule. A very winnable schedule. And we're going to keep going up with this team we have. If you look at the full schedule, whoops, I apologize for that, folks. Very winnable the next games. Charlotte at home, got to be a W. Orlando on the road, they play well, can be a win. Philadelphia looks terrible, needs to be a W. ABC. And look at that, folks. Today is Sunday. You have a game on Tuesday, fly cross country Wednesday, not ideal. But then you have a game Thursday night, so you basically get a day to chill. Then you have a game on Saturday and a game on Monday. It's not a hard schedule in terms of the days of the games. Then you're back in Charlotte, game in New York. You know, Steph Curry loves playing in New York. Butler will get up for that game. Brooklyn, go across the bridge and come home for Detroit, Portland, Kings, and then Knicks again. This is where it gets tough. Kings, and then you have a day off. Knicks, day off. Denver, back-to-back to Milwaukee. Giannis is back probably. Day off, Toronto. So this could be a bit tough here in terms of the legs. But, folks, a very winnable schedule moving forward. No reason we can't move up the standings and get to 6. And then you end, with a nice little road trip here. End of March, beginning of April. At home, away, at home, away, at home. And think about it. This game right here could be for the 6th seed. Winnable game, seeding. They may be resting players at this point. That'll be a tough game. They'll be playing players. So the schedule, we look good, folks. We look good. And again, if you're relatively new here, the breaking news is Warriors have signed Taran Armstrong to a 2-way contract, the 6'6" point guard. So that means we now have filled our 2-way contract spots. You still have JK coming back and will finally be healthy for the first time since early in the season. Some stuff to show you from Twitter sphere. Should call it out. And again, please like and subscribe. Draymond hit his own night, folks. Not going night here. I want you to have the energy. Warriors have a 3-game winning streak. Yuri Collins, 2-way player, called up from Santa Cruz Warriors, able to come in and get playing time. Dubs win. Podziemski's day is done. 17 points, as we talked about. 13 rebounds, double-double. Very efficient night for him. Look at this. This is pretty cool. Butler, Podziemski on the bench, hanging out. Podziemski gets past some type of bottle. Brandon goes to drink it. Wait for it. Wrong answers only. What was in that bottle? Put it in the chat. Steph loving it. Again, how demoralized does Steph look before the trade? No energy. Did not look like he wanted to play. Trade rumors. He's loving it. Steph Curry, 3. Yes, sir. Wait for it. One more coming. And this is the third quarter. Night. Let's go. Jimmy, 3rd player in Warriors history to score 20 points in his first 3 games for the team. Big time. Efficient as well. Game is at his speed. Again, 20 points at half. Love to see it. Quinten Post is now 29 to 67, 43% on his threes. That is crazy. And think about that. If he can only continue to develop and get better and better and better. Love to see it. Absolutely love to see it. And now the Draymond Green, the Andre Iguodala jersey ceremony. I don't know if we'll be able to see it. Nope. Unfortunately, we won't be able to. That's okay. But folks, a good win by the Warriors again. Love to see it from this team. Dallas has been a kryptonite for us a little bit, and we got the W, which I love. Let me stop sharing my screen. Let's look at the chat. They was really hitting on the Jimmy trade. Game was crazy. We'll be fine. JK will probably take Santos minutes. I agree. Probably eat into Moody minutes as well. Maybe give Draymond a little bit of break at power forward. I think Moody will stay in the starting lineup. Draymond Green. Steve Kerr really said he doesn't want to change the starting lineup. He said that after last game. If this team is rolling, he's going to stick with what he has. And that's really been Steve Kerr's philosophy his whole time as a coach of the Warriors. Play the hot hand, do what's right. Kuminga needs to be in the starting lineup. You need to play your best players. He does do a great job coming off the bench. We saw that earlier in the season. This is crazy, Andy. We going 25-0. I don't think we're going to go 25-0 at the end of the season. It would be a streak. It would be a crazy streak if that happened. Let me just pull up one thing for you guys. Let me share this. So talk about Kuminga. Let's talk about this for a second. This is the Warriors depth chart right now. You know, Kuminga's not on there because he's hurt. I know that Kuminga says he likes to play small forward. So I think that you probably slot him behind Moody, especially if Moody's playing well. Then you have Jimmy Butler at power forward, which is weird. But that's how they're playing the small ball, and it's working. Of course, Post has started multiple games for the Warriors before the trade. Buddy Hield is looking like he's getting some shots back. Not as much pressure on him to score, so I think he's playing easier. The game is coming to him. But I would expect Kuminga to get slotted in somewhere around here. Anybody have any questions? Put them in the chat. Good team win. Good team win. Moving up in the standings, folks. Look at that. We're only 3 games behind the Lakers in the Pacific standings. That's impressive, seeing we really haven't played well. We're 5 games back, 4 in the win column, 6 in the loss column. So you do have some work to make up. And Lakers, of course, are 4th seed right there. Do you think we're going to stay healthy? Thank you for the question. I would like to think so. Keep the minutes down, ease in the body. The back half of the season, always a grind. No more all-star break or things like that. So I'd like to think we stay healthy. Taran Armstrong. He's right here. Again, the Warriors just signed him from the Australian League. CBU. Played very well. You look at his 3-point percentage, 30%, 30%, free throw percentage, 64%, 65%, points, 10.5, 11.3. In the NBL, 17 points, 4.5 rebounds, 4.5 assists. You have a point guard already in Pat Spenser, so we'll see what happens with the playing time. But he's probably more of a project. Expect him to be in the G League more and just really be a backup to the backup to the backup. Let me stop sharing my screen. When do you think the honeymoon phase with Jimmy will end? I would say probably 2 seasons from now. I mean, his contract lines up with Steph and Draymond's and Kerr's all ending after the 26-27 season. So I think it will stay like that. He knows that this is his final payday. He knows that this is the team to win with. Kerr, Draymond, Curry all realize that this is their final shot. This is it. Go big, go home. So I think they're going to all be going to the same thing. They know they're playing with house money right now. May need to retool the team in the summer. But I like to see what we got going on. Do you think the Thunder are going to cook the Wolves? Yes. I think the Thunder are really good. Even though they're young, they do a great job. Shea, Chet, the whole team. They're good. They're inexperienced, though, which is why you saw the Lakers, the Mavericks to a degree, the Warriors, the Kings, the Spurs, all made these big moves because the top, Thunder, Rockets, inexperience. Denver, championship pedigree. I would be most scared of Denver. Even though we have Post, Jokic is a bad man, and he's unguardable at times, and the Warriors are a bad matchup against Denver. AKA Dark, we keeping Jimmy next season? Yes, we are. No other team's giving him $53 million. We have him for another 2 seasons. My best lineup, Steph, Pods, or Moody, JK, Jimmy, and Post. I like Post off the bench. Brings versatility. I think earlier before the Butler trade, it was needed. He brought scoring, but you don't need as much scoring now. So when he comes off, he can give you burst, a different look for defenses to deal with. It's a good team win by the Warriors. Love it. If you're not a fan of Warriors Digest, you want to be a fan, please subscribe. You see the chat goes off. We put out videos daily around rumors, free agency, trades, breakdowns, team reports, live streams like this, you name it. Be a part of the fandom. Let's get it, folks. Randy Silver, big win by the Warriors. Love to see it. Thank you for being with us. We'll have a video coming out tomorrow breaking down more news for you. See you then.